Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today we're gonna make Wolverine, and he is definitely one of my favorite characters. So I'm gonna show you how you can guys do step by step. You guys can follow me, do the same thing I'm doing. I'm gonna explain how you guys can do that. Here I'm just using standard brush to just give a landmarks what I'm gonna do for eye sockets, for mouth, and for the chin, cheekbone, jawline. This is like basic thing which I always do to my characters to define the landmarks. And now you can see with the standard brush I just added eyebrows, then I'm gonna give it a basic shape. You guys have to see always like how your character is in. Is he angry? Is he happy? Whatever he have an impression, mood, you have to focus on that. Now I just pull the little bit for the mask. Now I'm just adding an eye. Eye is very important to for sculpting a face. You need to have an eye in the skull. With that you can have an idea how it's gonna be looking like. Now just I'm tweaking here and there just to add a little bit define. And yeah, as you can see I just masked the lower lid just to make it look from the upper a little better. Now I'm just defining these basic shape of his face, and this is guys not gonna be the final skull face. They're gonna be a 3-4 times I'm gonna change it, but there is a reason. I'm gonna show each and every step. Now this is just a base, you can say. I'm adding a nose. Even though if I wanted to, I can just pull a nose from the mesh, but it won't be crisp and good looking, I will say. Now just I'm adding a little bit details on the nose. Same thing, adding a little bit details on the eyebrow, face, mask. You have to check what is your mesh level in, and you have to see what you can do with that. Now here you can see my mask at the corner. It's kind of really getting squeezed. So what I did, I just enabled the back masking, which help you to work with. Now I'm just giving a proper shape for the head here. Again, I'm gonna disable that because it doesn't work that well if you have enabled. So even though you have symmetry enabled, it won't work as good as if the back mask is disabled. Alright, so here I'm just giving a little bit details on the face, lips, and just pulling the lips in and out to give a proper shape. This is going to be his jawline. Guys, I'm not gonna focus on details yet because they're gonna be so many things in this video. Even though you guys haven't worked with the extract that well in the previous video, I haven't shown that well, and I will show you in this video. And in this video I'm gonna show you a little bit about the deformation, how you guys can work with it. As you can see, I'm just masking to work on the upper side of the face. Again, if you need to, you can invert the mask and you can work on the lower side of the face. It's same, you can do whatever you want. But now I'm inserting the sphere. This sphere is going to be just a neck. In this sphere, I'm just gonna make his chest and back, no more than that. And honestly, I feel burst is okay. If you can make a burst, you can make a whole character. I feel like that. So first I thought I'm gonna make a bust, then I was like, why, when I can make a bust, then I just have to do a little bit more work to have a full character. Here you see I have just reduced the size of all of the subtools. I'm smoothing it out, just giving a proper shape to work with. Now this is going to be his side shoulders. I already had the traps. Now this is going to be his abdominals area. Not too fancy as it's a simple one. And obviously guys, this at the beginning your character will look like the worst stage, but don't worry, it will go like step by step. We can take it to the next level. It will be looking good at the end. I'm just adding spheres for the biceps, forearms. No, in this video I'm just gonna go with the sphere for full hand. You can see how easy is it going to be. You just have to follow for the silhouette. Once you're done with the silhouette, then you can make details easily. You guys can see now I'm just adding a little bit details for the biceps and the triceps. Now a little bit details for the forearms. Once you have those things, you can have for fingers, other things, whatever you need to add. Now I'm not gonna add any more details because he is wearing a thick cloth, I guess, for his uniform. So what I'm gonna do, his costume is kind of a thick, if I feel like. So I didn't add any details on his biceps. I'm just gonna add a little bit details on his fingers. And for that I just need to dig a little bit on that mesh to make visible for his fingers and the palm. You can see by reference like how it's gonna be looking by hand, or if you don't have for the basic hands, you have your own hands, you can check it out. There is no like nails detail, crease or anything, just basic details to work with. In future videos it's gonna be details like how you're gonna make nails, wrinkles on your hand, or any of those details you will be having in future. Not now, because these videos are going to be for basic ones, like who is starting a ZBrush. Afterwards there will be videos for intermediate who already knew how ZBrush works. They might don't know how some brushes work, or some things they don't know how to do it. I'll be showing those things in future videos, but in this videos it's gonna be like a basic characters, how you can make it, how it is it gonna be for you, what types of material you need to use, what things you can do with it. This is going to be in these videos. For future videos there will be something different. Now for the hand, what I did mirror, but not in one subtool. I have added for the another like a separate subtool. Why? Because I'm gonna make it asymmetrical pose, as you can see by the reference. So it is a different subtool. And don't worry about the mesh is getting destroyed. We can work it out. It's easy. It's not that hard to work. You just need to have mask and standard brush, damn standard, move. you can work out with those brushes fairly easy. You can see I just use mask, time standard brush or move brush. That's it. Guys, this videos is made like keeping in mind of you guys who is a beginner. So there is no difficulty. If there is something I'm adding a little bit more than for beginners, I will explain step by step how I did it, how you guys can do it, and where you can find it, those options. So not to worry. Now cylinder, why I'm adding cylinder for the legs, I'll show you. If you add a sphere, there will be no difference. But with the cylinder, what you can do, I just add a Z remesher with the same. Alright, you can just give it a proper like shape. It's already straight, you don't have to stretch the sphere. The cylinder is already straight and it's long. If you add a sphere, you have to stretch it, then you have to make it up. It's already there, halfway is there already. What do you need to do at the corners? You just need to smooth it out so you can place it, as you can see. And once you have the basic shape, the silhouette, at that time you can add a little bit dynamesh, not dynamesh, like subdivision, and you can work with it. Do not go for the 3-4 subdivisions. You can work with 1 or 2. That's more than enough for the basic. Here just I'm adding a little bit details. Then I noticed it's not that detailed, or it's not like that skinny. It's kind of a buffy but small guy. So I'm giving a little bit more details according to that. Now I'm gonna show you how you guys can make a shoes really simple way. Just have a knife rectangle and go on your like bottom view with the move brush. Make it a large size, and you can give a basic foot shape, however your character have a foot. Now with the bottom, you have a new polygroup. Just mask that and work on the top. All right. Then once you're done, go in the zero measures, do the same zero measures, and mask that area again, and do the smoothing all around. Then if you feel like it's quite like squished, just give it a little bit space and do the zero measure again. That will be it. That's more than enough for now, basically, because we're gonna be adding more details to it. Just I'm gonna rotate it a little bit, then mirror it. Same goes for the leg. Now here what I'm gonna do, I need to move head with the eyes and nose. So what I did, I masked all of the other subtools and I had my face with, you can see there is 3 lines with that. That means you can move multiple subtools at once. If you don't want to move subtool, either you can hide it or mask it. Now you can see I can move it, I can scale it, I can do whatever I want. So with eyes, nose and the face, I can rotate it and do it anything. Now here I'm just giving a proper shape for the character. Obviously he's a superhero, so he will be having a superhero pose. Even the stand is different than normals. So I'm trying to define that a little bit. No, it doesn't go that way. It has to be a little bit like front. Now I know face is not that good looking right now, but don't worry, because we're gonna add a little like into a different like palette to work with. So in that we can adjust however we want it. Even the face is quite different at the end. And remember this guys, if you guys wanted to print this model, you guys can go on my page of CG Traders. I'll drop the link in description. You guys can go over there and you guys can have a model if you want it to print, or you guys can make it by your own and you can print it. Now I just added a little bit subdivisions for working on it, and you can see I have Boolean hit here. Let me explain how I did it. I select nose and face and I go, first of all I have to active live Boolean on the left top corner, you can see. Then you have an option Boolean in the subtools, then you have to Boolean it and it will go on the other palette. Over there you will have the face and nose merge one. Over there you can have it and you can see if the geometry itself is not that good enough. I'll show you how you can do it. Now here I'm just looking for the chisel brush and I can see where is it, but at that time I don't know where it was, so I was confused. Here I got it. Now I was trying to make with the chisel brush, but it didn't work for me. So what I did do, I just added the dam center brush and I worked with it. Here you can see I'm trying to work with it, but unfortunately it doesn't work that well. Here what I did a zero measure with the poly groups, keep groups, and I smooth it. Smooth to the zero, then zero measure. As you can see, I undid it because it was on my second subdivision and I don't want that. I just want it on my basic subdivisions like 1. Now you can see even though I have made those things, still it didn't work. So what did I did? I just left that and I'm gonna work the same thing with the dam center brush. Here I'm trying to give more details for that. Look, I'm trying, but it didn't work. I don't know what was wrong with it. I think the mesh was not appropriate or something wrong. So here with the dam center brush, I tried to make it and it works. Here I'm just trying to give more details. With the pinch brush, you can pinch it for the proper crease, proper edge. Now, even though you have a sharp turns for the edges, once you pinch the area, it will get smooth and it will give you a little bit smooth curve. Now this is going to be his mask and the other area it will be his face. I'm here just giving an asymmetrical pose for his face. Sorry. So with that, I'm gonna get done with it. I just added to the base where we were working first. I just added that and I can keep it separate. Now here I'm just trying to find the better pose for the legs. And I'm gonna keep legs with it. Here I'm gonna do the same thing with the whole body except the face. Now I'm gonna do a Boolean again. It went in to the another subtool palette and now we can work on it. Now as you can see, I am trying to smooth it out all over the places wherever the crease have right? Where the intersect is going on for the two subtools. What I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna give a proper shape output, like silhouette for the overall body. Now, once I'm done with that, I'm gonna add one subdivision with the, first I need to check how it's gonna look in the ZRemesher. Since I have done ZRemesher, you can see our polygroups are really going flow really nice and good, but I have to undo because we didn't have the polygroups over there. So I need to keep polygroup and smooth to the 0. Then I have to do ZRemesher. At that time, you can either go for smooth or you can go for polish. I will never suggest polish at this time, because now our edge, crease and everything gonna be way too smooth, more than our liking. So what I did here, I just did a damp standard brush. I'm trying to give a more detail here because our base is complete. Now we're gonna go into a next level for the details. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna add a little bit details on the back, and same goes for his biceps, chest, legs. And legs, what I'm gonna do, as you can see, we have a hole over there. So I tried ZRemesher, it didn't work. So what I did, there is an option in modify topology, close holes. You can do that. It will close unexpected holes. If there is, it will close it. As you can see, I'm trying to check it out how it is happening over there. Even though in double I can see it hole. So I went to here, modify topology, close holes, and it's good. Smooth it out, done. Now I'm gonna define a little bit of his chest. Mostly I use pinch brush, damp standard, move brush, clay builder, standard brush, that's it. So you guys doesn't have to be worried like which brushes he used, which brushes he have in his brush palette. No, I'm gonna use same brushes, whatever you guys have. As I told you, I'm not gonna go like heavy detail on this character because he already is wearing his suit, which is kind of thick, I feel like, so no details for this guy. Now you can see here I'm hiding, like masking the area for the extract. This is going to be his shoes. I extract it, accept it, then I'm gonna go to the deformation. In deformation there is an option polish by crisp edge. This is necessary, and if you feel like your edge is getting like smooth or beveled, keep your mask that edge, like that area masked it, and then you can reshape it if you wanted to. Now you can see I'm giving a reshape for the whole shoes. This is a new technique which I have never explained you guys before. I'm masking the areas where I wanted to have a little bit thickness or the portion should be there. Over there I just masked it, then have the similar area and do the polish by groups. It will give you a proper edge to work with, and then go into Z modeler and select the face. And face you can have I'm doing the same thing here again. With that face you can go into Z modeler and extrude. In extrude you will have a poly group by island. Do that, it will extrude it. That's it. That's what I did here. Again I'm gonna do the same thing. You can see now it didn't work that way, so what did I did a group and I did extrude all of them. I hide all the rest parts which I really don't want to affect. Now here I'm gonna do subdivisions a little bit and then add details. Once you're done with your character, once you're ready to poly paint it, at that time what you're gonna do, you will be adding subdivisions as your PC can handle. Why? Because once you have that poly group, if your your character doesn't have subdivisions to the level, it doesn't have maybe 3 million polygons, maybe 4 million, at that time it looks kind of patchy, which I really don't like for my liking. So what I'm gonna do, I'll subdivide it maybe 3 times, then I'll select. Here I'm just adding a little bit details for the his dress, costume. Then here I'm masking those area wherever I wanted to make a color. As you can see, I lost some details here, so I'm just giving a little bit more details to work with. It doesn't have to be very pretty, it doesn't look good, that's fine. You guys can add later on. Mostly it will work with the colors. I have seen some artists who doesn't make that well character. It is good, it is definitely good, but it's not to their highest. I will say they can make much better than that, but they have made normal and they just paint it so well, it looks much better than the actual model itself. Not by the character itself, not by the reference. I mean, they have sculpted, it's not that good, but once they have poly painted, it looks damn good. Here I'm just making mask for the poly groups. Then I'm gonna work some details on the hand, and the same thing I'm gonna do for the gloves and for his biceps. As you can see, there is some patches, orange patches, right? So that's what I'm gonna do here. And for the hands, you can see there is some blocky is going on. So for that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do the same thing in deformation as you have guys seen before. In deformation again, polish by groups, it gives you really good edge to work with. From there you guys can either hide the unwanted faces, or you can go and do step by step, like one by one. I'll suggest you guys to work on details for fingers, for face. If you guys doing this kind of style or this kind of work on your model, then keep your character details at the end. Once you're almost done, I mean you have to add fingers or something like that, then at the end you can add it. Now you can see I have already did 3 subdivisions just to add poly group. And at the same time I'm adding a little bit details for the hand, and at this point his head is not attached to the body. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just focus on the details where I want it to. Now here I'm just masking the area which I want to have orange color, not orange, it's the yellow color, yellow and the black. First I was confused what's going on, then again I have to work on it. You can see I'm going back again to check. Alright, now we are good. I'm hiding those parts and mask because they have the same color. And color, you have the option to fill object. You can do that. Now I just did a masking and there is a sharp mask. With that you can have a crisp edge. And that's looking good. That's fine if you have like misplaced some areas, you can do it later on. Same thing I'm gonna do here on the shoes itself. If you have a problem to work with, then you can go in solo mode and over there you can like do work whatever you have to do. Now there is so many subtools to work with, so I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna keep extras like where we started. I'm gonna keep those in one folder, and which I'm working on, I'm gonna keep on in another folder. Now you can see I'm just masking those areas for the mask. I'm just making a polygroup for the face and the other parts. If you wanted to, or if you're okay to work with something some other way, that's up to you. I'm not here to teach you guys how to work with it. I'm just showing you how you guys can utilize those brushes and utilize these techniques. Rest is up to you guys. Now for the edge, I couldn't handle, so I just did with the standard brush with the RGB on and the Z modeler off. Here I'm just having a cylinder to make his teeth. I don't want to go into detail to make his perfect teeth. That's fine for me, that's good. Now what we need a belt. For a belt, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add cube and go to initialize and make it, no, here I'm working on blades, his blades. And it's a nice technique to work with. I still did the same thing. I add first cube, then I went to initialize. I initialize the cube and it will be giving you basic cube. Then you can add it to your liking, adjust it. Then at the end of the cube, I kept my gizmo, so that by that I can control my blade really easy, smooth way. Just place your blades however you like. That looks good to me, so I'm done. I'm just gonna adjust this one last. That's good. Now this is going to be his belt, and you can see at the sides there is a small pockets. This is going to be it. Same thing I'm gonna add. I added cube, initialize cube. That's the basic steps. Then you can add deformation, like dynamic subdivisions, or you can add just dynamic. Here I just added cylinder, and I did the same thing in initialize x res 5, z res 5. For the y res I kept 2. With 2 you will have a middle edge which you can use it if you wanted to. I just added a little bit so it doesn't get like a blocky one. Now here I'm just placing the cubes. You can hit control and drag it. It will duplicate it without even next subtool. Now you can see I just kept visible for the belt and the cubes. So here I can place them easily and work on it. Once I'm okay, I'm happy, I'm gonna mask the back middle one. Then I'm gonna do a mirror. With that, it will not gonna mirror the middle one, and it gonna mirror the others. All right. Now I'm gonna hide all of them. Extras. Here you can see I kept it clear. Body, which I'm working on. Extras. The like a starting video we had it, the body. That's it. Now here in this video, I just squish it a little bit. With the help of Z modeler, I'm making a polygroups at the edge, and I'm extruding with the Z modeler extrude in polygroup island, right? Then I added a cylinder, squeeze it, get it into the position, and I'm happy with it. I don't need to add a little bit like I didn't want to add subdivisions or anything. I was happy that the way it looks. I just merged them all. Then I added to our model. That's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. Do like it, do subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, and see you next video.